My name is Ronald and I teach English literature, and the subject I love the most is medieval and Renaissance literature, especially because of the writers like Shakespeare and Ronald. I didn't choose this job, the job chose me, because the practice at university is to be picked by your achievements. In the next 5 years, I see myself still in the classroom, hopefully more knowledgeable and equally enthusiastic. My hidden superpower is balancing between authoritative teacher and a friend. I derive my motivation for my job from the interaction with students and their enthusiasm analyzing such works as Vision of Tales of Plowman, for example. If you are to walk into my classroom during an outstanding lesson, you would witness students arguing over the meaning of the graveyard scene from Hamlet. If I could trade places with any historical person, I would choose to be Queen Elizabeth I, just to make Shakespeare change the character of Hamlet so that future critics would be even more confused than they are today. I would have Shakespeare as Ophelia's ghost, for example, haunting Hamlet, or include 3 witches from Macbeth to prophesy his future. Finally, if I could, I would marry Hamlet, and after his death and death of Claudius, I would become the Queen of Denmark. So as you see, my main goal is to become the Queen.
Hi, my name is Rita and I'm an English teacher. I have been an English teacher for about 12 years now. Here at the Department of English, I teach general English courses with students from the 1st till the 4th year. Before coming over here, I thought about telling you what's my teaching philosophy, but that would have been a very complicated answer, and I even thought about telling you about these types of learners and types of teachers and everything. But then I decided, I've actually come to a realization that my main goal in teaching is actually not to stand in the way of learning, to be the one who provides the learning environment, point to different learning resources, and just not obstruct the learning that happens in the classroom. I decided to become an English teacher totally by accident. I've actually had big ambitions to become this literary translator and hopefully to marry an author whose actually works I would be translating one day. But then I got my first teaching job and everything changed. From the first moment I actually got into the classroom, I realized that this is something I want to do for the rest of my life. And additionally, then I got my first translating job, and then I was definitely sure that I would never want to do the translations ever again in my life. Just a question about my teaching superpower or general superpower. I guess it would be Googling. I'm really skilled at finding things or Googling things and finding them online, either things or people. Well, that actually happens when you spend a lot of time online. But besides actually spending my time at the computer, I also like to read a lot. I would read anything, especially in English. Even the romance novels that I would actually never read in Serbian, but in English they really sound so sublime. But I guess from the early age, my favorite genre was science fiction, and that has remained my greatest love in literature. So that was me. May the force be with you, Harry.
My name is Nikola Damčetović. I'm 29 years old and I've been working here for 6 years now. My position is associate teacher and my department is English language and literature. When it comes to my philosophy of teaching and my teaching style, I think that probably the main and the most important thing is to provide a relaxed atmosphere in the classroom, and I think that's probably the best way to encourage and motivate their creativity. They do their best and the results are probably always the best like that. I see myself in 5 years as a professor here at the college. I'm a teaching assistant now, but I would like to be professor one day. I'm on my second year, well actually third, of my PhD studies, so I think that will be over soon. I can say for myself that my superpower is actually patience, and I really believe that these days being patient is something that most of the people would like to have and like to possess, but I think it's quite impossible. When it comes to being an English language teacher, I feel that I was kind of destined to be a teacher because both my mom and dad work as teachers, well, work because my mom passed away recently. My mom used to teach art and my dad teaches physics and chemistry, so I somehow feel that I have that gene inside of me. I would say that I'm pretty responsible, I'm outspoken, I'm pretty indecisive, very stubborn, and what else? I can be sometimes strict, but not that often. When it comes to teaching, a thing that really pushes me forward and that really motivates me is actually a classroom full of students. When you show up for the first time in a classroom which is full of students, that feeling you have inside is very special, but there's another more special feeling when you show up for the second time and when you see again a classroom that is full of students, the same students that were there for the first time. There's no greater motivation for a responsible teacher. I try to combine a formal and informal way of teaching, and I think that's like the best combination for a successful lesson. Also, all of those things mentioned, like in combination with the relaxed atmosphere in the classroom, can give you the best results. Of course, I don't say that we should act like completely unnaturally in the classroom. There should be an order, but still you must know your obligations and things you're supposed to do. When it comes to my expectations about my subject, which is actually phonology at this moment, I think that phonology is probably one of the greatest bases for upgrade, because in order to be literate in English, you must know some rules of writing and some rules of speaking. So I believe that phonology and phonetics kind of give you a chance to start from something. Students can expect to have and to gain like a great base for their further upgrade. So this is like what I expect from my students to have, and this is what the students can expect from my subject. So that's actually it.
Hello there, my name is Daniela and I've been involved in this wonderful business of teaching for 19 years. It's been a rather long and exciting journey, full of ups and downs. My main field of interest and my major subject is the methodology of English language teaching, and besides this course I also teach some other subjects such as, for example, academic writing, drama techniques, contemporary English languages, etc. In the first place, I have to say that I didn't want to become a teacher. I have to admit that. When I recall my high school and university days, I have to say that I had never intended to choose this teaching profession. I meant to become a sort of interpreter working for some large company abroad. Nevertheless, somehow I ended up in the classroom teaching students how to teach the other people English. So this is the essence of the English language teaching. If I could use some adjectives to describe myself, I would say that I am rather accident-prone, misfit very often, restless, as you can see, gregarious, and curious. So what motivates me to be in the classroom and to work with intelligent young people is that eagerness and willingness to change the things, especially in the field of education. In 5 years from now, I see myself as a mentor to, again, young people, young students who would like to dig under the surface. So if I were asked to choose a teaching style or approach that I would apply, I would definitely choose a holistic approach, which means exploring variety of opportunities both in my own self and in my own students. I don't believe in recipes for teaching, so I think that you should provide the students with a sort of hint, with a sort of impulse for thinking and for doing something. So also I think that every student is equipped with many abilities. So in my opinion, the criteria which you should satisfy if you would like to be a teacher are the following. In the first place, you should like the English language, then you should like people generally. You should also believe that everyone could learn a foreign language, no matter how intelligent, skillful or able he or she is. You should be well prepared for the lesson that is about to come. You should provide the students with a variety of activities, and also you should try to create a sort of dramatic tension and suspense, and to include the elements of surprise in your teaching, and also to try to have that balance between praise and punishment. I can't do this.